Good luck getting there, though, in winter when they shut down the
There's that.
the roads.
You need more than just a plow.
Well, speaking of beautiful, the sunset on the coast, absolutely spectacular tonight.
You know, probably maybe the only showstopper of a location today, compared to at least the valley as we were socked in with the clouds. But just look at how fiery that sunset really started to take off along the Oregon coast out towards Seaside earlier this evening. Looks just a bit like a watercolor painting out there as our temperatures, thanks to all of that cloud coverage, really sat on the cooler end of things into the low 40s for the I-5 corridor. That's several degrees colder than our average daytime high temperature of about 47 for the middle of January. So definitely starting to get our taste of the winter-like season. As we currently hover in towards the upper 30s, keep in mind that fog and the cloud layer really kind of giving a little extra bite to the air as we anticipate that fog layer to only intensify as we work our way towards early tomorrow morning, with frosty conditions expected as our visibility already being impacted down towards Salem, down to 2 miles, Tillamook only down to about 0 as we anticipate that visibility to reduce for many locations. As you can see, that cloud coverage still sitting overhead for the kiddos as they head off to the bus stop tomorrow. Make sure that they are dressed in layers. It's going to be chilly out there for them. 35 degrees, patchy fog and frost, calm winds. Tomorrow we slowly break down that fog layer, transition to more cloudy skies. But again, those temperatures still sitting slightly below the freezing mark into the mid-40s. But visibility expected to be reduced until about 8, 9 o'clock. Then we slowly start to see some improvements, but it's just going to kind of be another gray day, very similar to what we experienced today. But you'll notice that a lot of these icicles starting to grow in size as we prepare for some light freezing conditions to a hard freeze possible over the next several mornings. So if you got some of those sensitive plants out, hey, maybe now is the night to bring it in and keep them in for the rest of the week as high pressure continues to build over the western half of the country, preventing any brand new weather systems from pushing their way back into the Pacific Northwest. Less than ideal for our friends down in Southern California, still battling the blazes as we keep our skies on the dry side here across the Pacific Northwest. Over the next 8 to 14 days, expecting a bit of a drying trend for us here in western Oregon and southwest Washington, as we also see a better chance for some cooler, more winter-like temperatures, which is great news when we're talking about our ski resorts, keeping that base layer quite healthy, upwards of 100 inches in many cases, as our futurecast does show that cloud coverage remains for tonight into the start of the day tomorrow. It's not until tomorrow evening after sunset that we break down that cloud coverage, return the fog, and it will be another foggy start to our Wednesday as that cloud coverage still lingers in the air. But at least for tonight, falling back to about 34 degrees, expecting those calm winds to stay with us, and a light frost is a possibility. So give yourself a little extra time early tomorrow morning to do a quick run by with the ice scrapers. We sit at 46 degrees for tomorrow. We'll slowly break down that fog layer and eventually maybe squeeze out a ray of sunshine depending on where you are located. But we try to push towards 50 by Wednesday. That is, again, if that cloud coverage starts to dissipate enough. And then the sunshine, it is expected to ramp back up, but with those clear overnight temperatures, yeah, some freezing temperatures will also sell their way back into the Willamette Valley. We're talking below freezing and upper 20s. These could potentially be some of the coolest temperatures we have felt so far this season, as MLK Day and Inauguration Day brings back the sunshine and those temperatures in the mid-40s for us here along the I-5 corridor. So overall, a very winter-like temperature trend, but also very dry for us.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, well, get those sweaters out. Thanks, Josh. Hey, Jeff, over to you.